I woke up in the body of a trashy romance novel's male lead, on the exact day his wife tricks him into signing their divorce papers. The next thing I knew, my vision exploded with countless, bright red pop-up comments. Warning, core plot point incoming. She tricks him with the divorce papers and ghosts him for a decade. He spends the next 10 years going insane trying to find her, a fate worse than death. This is the legendary scene, people. Here we go. Here we go. She dedicates herself to a top-secret government research project, and he gets the epic groveling redemption arc that ends with him being less than dust. You love to see a toxic hero get destroyed? Buckle up. OG reader here. If this guy doesn't end up utterly miserable, I will literally live stream myself eating a shoe. This is a vow. Memories flooded my mind. I'm the possessive, unhinged male lead of this awful story. I misunderstand her. I hurt her. I break her heart into a million pieces. After she dedicates her life to science, I discover the truth and am overwhelmed with regret. I mutilate myself, destroy my own company, and have a complete mental breakdown. A redemption arc built on misery? Please. I'm not the original chump who occupied this body. Why the hell would I play the role of her pathetic lovesick simp? You want to leave? Fine by me. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. The whole world is out there, and I'd rather enjoy it alone. Isn't that a better deal? I glanced down at the divorce papers she was trying to trick me into signing, then smiled. Are these divorce papers? Great, I'll sign. You should have just said you wanted a divorce. Why all the cloak and dagger stuff? Is the money all sorted out? Chloe Vance froze. Her eyes went wide, staring at me. The pen in her hand nearly clattered to the floor. The pop-ups went ballistic, frowny face. Holy crap, he knows. Wait, he knows, and he's still signing. What happened to the plot? Where's the heart-wrenching anguish? I'll never let you go. Speech. Did he get the wrong script? At Shoe Eater from upstairs, the shoe is still fresh. When's the live stream? I'm waiting. I watched her deer in the headlights, expression, and sneered internally. Keep acting. Go on. Weren't you the one scheming to run away? So why the struck by lightning look now? Chloe's lips trembled, her voice shaking slightly. You want a divorce? I almost laughed out loud. Ms. Vance. I tapped a finger on the agreement. It's in black and white. You handed me the divorce papers. You're the one who wants the divorce. Why? Sneak around trying to trick me. It would have been so much easier to just ask. I pushed the signed document across the table to her. Is the money all sorted out? I asked again, my tone casual. It's sorted. She answered automatically, her eyes still glazed over with disbelief. Good to hear. I stood up, my movements crisp and decisive. Let's go. Go. She was even more lost. Where? The courthouse. I gave her a look that said, isn't it obvious? Aren't we getting a divorce? No time like the present. It's still morning. They're open. I glanced at a non-existent clock on the wall. Let's get a move on. I'm on a tight schedule. You're on a tight schedule? Chloe repeated my words like a parrot. The complicated emotions on her face morphed into pure shock, with a hint of panic. In the original story, she held all the cards, secretly enjoying my pain. And now, her plan was in shambles, and she was panicking. The pop-ups had exploded like fireworks. Frowny face. He's on schedule. Does he have a hot date with death? The courthouse. Right now. Chloe is stunned. Haha. Her brain just short-circuited. What happened to the 10-year saga of pain and pining? Did the hero just fast-forward to the credits? At the guy who promised to eat a shoe. You there? Is this ending tragic enough for you, from the original hero's perspective? I ignored the scarlet text floating past and raised an eyebrow at Chloe, who was still frozen in place. What's wrong? Having second thoughts? My voice was laced with amusement. Don't want to go through with it anymore. She snapped back to reality, her gaze instantly sharpening, like a cat whose tail had been stepped on. Let's go. She practically spat the words, snatching the agreement off the table. Right now. That's more like it. I nodded with a grin and started for the door. See how much easier this is? No need to waste everyone's time. I walked out without a backward glance, leaving Chloe standing there, clutching the signed papers. Her face was a kaleidoscope of pale and flushed. It was spectacular. The pop-ups went completely insane. Frowny face. Holy hell. This protagonist is toxic in a whole new way. Chloe looks like she's going to be sick. El Mayo. Follow them. Follow them. I need to see the courthouse scene live. If this divorce actually goes through, what the hell happens to the original plot? Yeah, what the hell +1? This has to be some kind of reverse psychology. Chloe and I walked downstairs, one after the other. Her steps were a little unsteady. Clearly, she hadn't fully recovered. The pop-ups chattered away. Keep up. Are they really going to the courthouse? I'll bet you $5 it doesn't happen. There's got to be a plot twist. Here comes the plot twist. A black SUV with government plates screeched to a perfect stop right in front of the building. The door flew open and a young man in civilian clothes jumped out. Buzz cut, radiating intensity, eyes like daggers. I recognized him. Ryan Pierce. In the novel, he was Chloe's college classmate, the devoted admirer who'd been pining for her for years. He's the one who disappeared with her to work on the research project and the one who ultimately won her over. The story's real winner. He got out of the car and marched straight toward Chloe, shooting a wary glance at me like a guard dog protecting its owner. Chloe. His voice was loud and laced with concern. Are you okay? Did he give you any trouble? He positioned himself in front of her, squaring his shoulders at me, his tone accusatory. Ethan Shaw, I'm warning you, stop harassing Chloe. She's not like you. She has more important things to do, a national-level project, something a money-grubbing businessman like you could never understand. Don't ruin her future. Well, the man of the hour. In the original story, the hero was repeatedly provoked by this self-righteous jerk, which led him to torment Chloe further, making her even more determined to leave. The pop-ups were ecstatic, frowny face, he's here, the White Knight. Classic moral grandstanding. Come on, hero, lose your temper. Fight, fight, fight. I looked at Ryan's righteous indignation, the way he acted like he was protecting some priceless treasure. Then I glanced behind him at Chloe, who was frowning slightly. She looked like she wanted to say something, but held her tongue. Suddenly I laughed. A brilliant, dazzling laugh, even bigger than when I'd signed the divorce papers. I didn't even look at Ryan. My gaze went straight over his shoulder to Chloe, my voice just loud enough for everyone to hear. Chloe, you've got to do better than this. I gestured toward Ryan with my chin, my tone light. Look at your friend here. He's practically bursting at the seams, like the rebound guy who's been waiting on the bench for his turn to get in the game. Ryan's face changed instantly. What the hell are you talking about? Chloe's eyes went wide. I held up a hand to stop him, the smile never leaving my face. What's the rush? Congratulations, Ryan. You've finally been waiting for this day, haven't you? Here she is, I said, pointing at Chloe. I've already signed the papers. Go on, the courthouse is open. I flicked my chin nonchalantly toward the massive doors, my voice utterly sincere. The second I'm out, you can waltz right in with your more important things to do, Chloe. A seamless transition. Perfect, isn't it? I even clapped him on his rigid shoulder, wearing an expression that screamed, I believe in you, buddy. You got this. Take good care of her. I wish you two all the happiness in the world. After that, I even gave him a big thumbs up. Ryan was completely stunned. His face cycled through shades of red and white. You. He pointed at me, his lips trembling. You're talking absolute nonsense. Chloe and I have a purely platonic friendship. He shouted it, but his eyes couldn't help but dart toward Chloe. And in that fleeting glance, I saw it plain as day. A flicker of unconcealable joy and anticipation. The pop-ups exploded. LMAO, seamless transition. Platonic friendship? Ryan, do you even believe that yourself? OMG, that look he just gave her. So busted. He's totally into her. Ethan is a legend. Calling him out like that. Ryan is panicking. I wish you two happiness. Haha, that's just brutal. Chloe looks like she wants the ground to swallow her whole. The color drained from Chloe's face. She yanked on Ryan's sleeve, her voice laced with an unprecedented mix of panic and fury. Ryan, shut up. She whipped her head back to me, her eyes a chaotic storm of anger, shock, and a sliver of humiliation I couldn't quite decipher. Ethan, stop making things up. Me? I shrugged, the picture of innocence. Am I making things up? I'm just trying to help things along, to give my blessing to you two. I paused intentionally, watching Ryan's face contort as he tried to look offended while secretly thrilled and Chloe shaking with rage. I slowly delivered the final 3 words. Lovebirds. Ryan's face turned a deep, porcine purple. Chloe was so angry her eyes were turning red. Satisfied, I withdrew my gaze. I was done watching this little platonic friendship theater. I glanced at my non-existent watch. All right, let's not waste any more time. Go on in and get it done. After that, you two can do whatever you want. I gotta get lunch. I'm starving. With that, I stuffed my hands in my pockets and walked around the petrified Ryan and the trembling Chloe, and headed straight for the courthouse doors. The pop-ups went wild, frowny face, he's hungry. All he can think about is food. Lovebirds, haha, this guy is the king of sarcasm. Ethan, my work here is done. Mic drop. This plot has been derailed so hard its mother wouldn't recognize it. The wife and her side piece are being publicly executed. This is amazing. Where's the system? Someone needs to reboot this bugged-out protagonist. I walked up the courthouse steps with a spring in my step. Chloe and Ryan were still frozen by the SUV, the air thick with an awkwardness you could cut with a knife. The pop-ups kept scrolling, frowny face, he's going in. He's really going in. Is this divorce for real? Just then, a woman in a white sundress, looking as fragile as a flower, suddenly stepped out from behind a pillar. Her eyes were red-rimmed, as if she were carrying the weight of the world on her shoulders. Lily White. In the novel, she was the White Lotus, the seemingly pure and harmless girl who was actually a master manipulator. Her various coincidences deepened the misunderstandings between the hero and Chloe, and she was instrumental in pushing Chloe to the breaking point. Of course, the original hero fell for it, using it as a test of Chloe's feelings for him. It only created more misunderstandings, as neither of them ever just talked, preferring to stew in their own drama and suspicion. And now, the White Lotus has arrived. The plot just can't wait to happen, can it? The pop-ups were instantly thrilled, frowny face, she's here. The classic manipulative damsel. It's happening. Quick, hero, go protect the damsel in distress. The original hero was a total sucker for this routine. Chloe's heart is about to shatter all over again. Lily scurried over, blocking my path. She tilted her face up to mine, a single tear threatening to fall. Her voice was soft and timid, choked with emotion. Ethan, I'm so sorry. It's all my fault. She sniffled, her eyes darting toward Chloe, who was still standing stiffly by the car, before quickly looking away, her face a mask of guilt. Is it because of me that Chloe wants to divorce you? Don't blame her. It's all my fault. I'll leave. Just please don't get divorced, okay? The performance was flawless. The stench of fake innocence was overwhelming. According to the original script, the hero should be overcome with pity right now, comforting her immediately and growing even more annoyed with the unreasonable Chloe. Behind me, Chloe would see this. Her face would turn paler, her heart colder. The pop-ups were waiting for the show, frowny face, wow. That performance is a bit much. Come on, Ethan, comfort her. Chloe looks furious. The classic love triangle. Here we go. I stopped. I looked at the woman before me, on the verge of tears, acting as if the universe revolved around her. I smiled. Not the brilliant, dazzling smile from before. This one was laced with amusement, a bit of coldness, and a whole lot of impatience. You? I scanned her from head to toe, my expression like I was looking at a rock on the sidewalk. My voice wasn't loud, but it was crystal clear. Who the hell are you? Lily was dumbfounded. Chloe was stunned. I could have sworn I saw a flicker of pleasure in Chloe's eyes. Lily's tears froze in their tracks, her expression locking in place. Ethan, she was baffled, unable to believe it. I frowned, my tone dripping with undisguised disgust. Don't call me that. Do I know you? You're in my way. Move. I started to walk around her. Lily panicked and grabbed my sleeve. Ethan, it's me, Lily White. How could you? Let go. My voice turned to ice. My eyes flashed. Lily flinched as if she'd been shocked and instinctively let go. I brushed off the spot on my sleeve where she'd touched me, as if trying to remove something foul. Only then did I properly look at her face, which was a canvas of shock and hurt. My tone was as flat as if I were discussing how to sort the recycling. Oh, Lily White. Doesn't ring a bell. However, the corner of my mouth twitched into that cold, impatient smirk again. Listen closely. I'm divorcing Chloe because she... I pointed down the steps at the pale-faced Chloe. Want a divorce? Does it have anything to do with you? I let out a short, sharp laugh. Not a damn thing. Who the hell do you think you are? Why are you inserting yourself into this drama? Get lost. Without another glance, I turned and walked away. Crisp, decisive, leaving Lily completely petrified. The blood drained from her face. This time, the tears that fell were real. Tears of rage and fear. The pop-up's frowny face? Holy yes, what? Who is he? Where is he? What did he just say? Who the hell are you? Get lost. OMG, did the hero get possessed? The White Lotus's face just cracked. LMAO. A legendary scene. The manipulative damsel gets shut down. The hero isn't falling for it anymore. This is a plot twist I did not see coming. At the shoe eater, are you still there? How's your face feeling? Down by the car, Chloe was also stunned. She looked at Lily's devastated, disbelieving expression. Then she looked at my back as I walked into the courthouse without a moment's hesitation. Her expression was incredibly complex. There was shock, confusion, and a tiny, almost imperceptible flicker of doubt. Ryan was beside her, murmuring comforts. Chloe, ignore them. Ethan's lost his mind. Chloe didn't say a word. She just quietly pulled her arm away from Ryan's grasp and started walking up the steps after me. The pop-up's erupted frowny face, she's following him. Did he really just toss the White Lotus aside like a piece of trash? Can his plot get any more insane? Courthouse, let's do this. I want to see the stamp. The air conditioning in the courthouse was blasting, sending a chill through the room. Chloe and I sat across a table from each other. A clerk, face impassive, asked a few formulaic questions. You have the divorce agreement. Have both parties reviewed and consented? Yes. Confirmed. We spoke at almost the same time. The clerk bent down and started filling out forms. Chloe gripped her pen, her knuckles white. She didn't sign immediately. Her eyes were on me, filled with scrutiny and a barely perceptible curiosity. After a few seconds of silence, the pop-up started scrolling frowny face. She's hesitating. Is there a chance? Come on, Ethan. Say something sweet. Sweet my ass. The man wants lunch. She suddenly spoke, her voice quiet but every word clear. Ethan, you're very different today. Are you and Lily done? She paused, as if choosing her words carefully, her expression complex. So, you regret it. Is that why you're acting like this? I almost laughed. Regret. The only thing I regret is not getting rid of this drama sooner. I looked up, saw her, I figured it out, expression, and cut her off before she could continue. Stop, Ms. Vance. I tapped the divorce papers in front of her, my tone calm. Don't invent a narrative. I signed because you wanted me to. It has nothing to do with all the other people and nonsense you're talking about. I don't give a damn about any of them. Got it. I leaned forward slightly, looking her straight in the eye, a cold smile playing on my lips. And that includes you. So, I gestured toward the papers with my chin, urging her on. Sign it. What are you waiting for? Remember, you're the one who wants this. You can have regrets. But me? I scoffed and leaned back in my chair, completely relaxed. Not a chance. Once this is signed, all the annoying people and problems in my life will be gone. I can do what I want. Clarity. Freedom. Understand. I don't give a damn about any of them, including Chloe. Annoying people and problems? Chloe is an annoyance. OUCH. That's a critical hit. A fatal blow. Is his mouth lined with poison? Chloe's expression just shattered. The color drained from Chloe's face, leaving it incredibly ugly. The hand holding the pen trembled. From rage, she took a deep breath, as if making a final decision, and scrawled her name across the page. The tip of the pen nearly tore through the paper. The clerk started stamping. The process was swift. The steel stamp came down. Thump. A quiet sound. The deal was done. Two small, dark red booklets were pushed toward us. The clerk was all business. All right, as of this moment, your marriage is officially dissolved. I reached out and decisively picked up my copy. I didn't even look at it, just shoved it into my pocket like it was a piece of junk mail. Chloe, however, stared at her divorce certificate for several long seconds. Then she looked up at me, as if she'd finally regained control, her tone carrying a deliberate, detached weight. A proclamation? Ethan, since we're divorced, there are some things I can tell you now. The place I'm going is very far away. The work I'll be doing is very important. She paused, a familiar sense of pride and mission creeping in her voice. It's a classified, national-level research project. I might be gone for a very long time. You. She seemed to be on the verge of issuing a warning or drawing a final boundary. Here it is. She's dedicating herself to the nation. Chloe's dropping the big reveal. Quick, Ethan, fall to your knees and beg for forgiveness. She's a top scientist. You have no idea what you just lost. The groveling redemption arc starts now. If he doesn't suffer for this, I'm seriously eating that shoe. I nodded, my expression perfectly calm, almost sincere. Oh, that's nice. Doing your country proud. I have faith in you. My tone was as casual as if I were commenting on the weather. I even gave her a standard, encouraging smile. Good luck, Chloe. The rest of her words died in her throat. Her carefully constructed wall of detachment, her warnings, even her hidden sense of superiority, it all crumbled. She was completely stunned. She looked at me suspiciously. Her eyes scanned me as if I were a complex piece of machinery that had suffered a catastrophic failure. You. Her brow furrowed, her voice filled with incredulous suspicion. Ethan, are you? She searched for the right words, finally landing on what she thought was the most logical explanation. Playing hard to get. Me. I couldn't hold it in. A puff escaped my lips, and I burst out laughing. The sound was jarring in the quiet government office. Even a clerk looked up at me. Chloe's face turned beet red, from anger and humiliation. I wiped a tear of laughter from the corner of my eye and looked at her, articulating each word with perfect clarity. Playing hard to get. Ms. Vance, you're overthinking this. My smile vanished, my expression turning dead serious with a hint of pity. What would I be trying to get? Who would I be trying to get? I shook my head, stood up, my voice firm and final, filled with the lightness of true liberation. I'm not playing. I don't want to play. I have no interest in playing. I pointed at her, then at myself, and finally toward the bustling world outside the main doors. Get this straight. You and I are done. We have nothing to do with each other anymore. Your research is a good thing. I hope you succeed. As for me, I patted the pocket with the divorce certificate, my eyes bright, a genuine, liberated smile spreading across my face. The world is my oyster. Love. I scoffed, my voice dripping with scorn. Does that pay the bills? Is it making a ton of money more satisfying? Later. With that, I turned and walked away. My steps were so light, I felt like I could fly, leaving Chloe all alone, clutching that brand-new, still-ink-scented divorce certificate, sitting numbly in her chair, her expression completely blank, utterly and thoroughly baffled. After a moment of dead silence, the pop-ups exploded. Does love pay the bills? Holy S, a legendary line. Absolutely iconic. Who would I be trying to get? Ha ha, this guy is hilarious. Chloe's brain just melted. I can see the smoke. Playing hard to get. Ethan. Get who? I'm trying to get rich. At the shoe eater. Get in here. You need to witness this. He's so happy about this divorce. He's really free. Top scientist? Sorry, I'd rather be rich. LMAO. Chloe. EXE has stopped responding. Ha ha ha. Next chapter. Get money, get money, get money. This plot has gone completely off the rails. Pushing through the heavy glass doors, the midday sun was a bit blinding. That black SUV with government plates was still parked where I'd left it. Ryan had already retreated to the driver's seat, presenting only a cold, hard silhouette. Chloe's footsteps halted behind me, her eyes filled with a dazed look. Something's wrong. Chloe isn't acting right. Did Ethan cast a spell on her? The divorce is final. What's she lingering for? I thought she was all in on dedicating herself to the country. Looks more like her soul just got vacuumed out. At shoe eater, my dude. Where's that shoe? Chloe's empty, lonely expression tells me Ethan is winning. Ryan rolled down the window, his voice carrying across the distance, sharp with urgency. Chloe, get in the car. We're on a schedule. He sounded like he was hailing a space shuttle about to launch. Chloe flinched as if startled awake, her shoulders stiffening. Without another look in my direction, she hurried toward the SUV, her movements almost clumsy as she pulled open the door and scrambled inside. The door slammed shut with a definitive thud, sealing her off from the world. The engine roared to life, and the SUV quickly merged into traffic, disappearing around the corner. I shrugged, completely unconcerned. Just then, a wispy white figure, radiating an aura of profound sorrow, once again materialized in front of me. Lily White. She was still here. Her carefully arranged hair framed a face with eyes as red as a rabbit's. The cultivated fragility turned up to 11. She tilted her face up, her tear-filled eyes locking onto mine, her voice a suppressed sob with a trembling, upward lilt. Ethan, how could you become like this? She took a tiny step forward, closing the distance, manufacturing intimacy. I know you and Chloe got divorced. You must be so sad, right? You weren't like this before. Was it? Was it because I hurt your feelings? Is that why you're being so cold to me on purpose? I know I was wrong. Stop. I cut off her dramatic monologue with a flat expression, not even bothering to raise an eyebrow. Patience is a luxury I don't waste on persistent, annoying gnats. I pulled out my phone, unlocked it, and opened Venmo, my fingers flying across the screen. A moment later, I held up the payment successful screen for her to see. $100. My voice was devoid of any emotion. For your emotional damages. There you go. Lily's tears froze mid-fall, her expression completely rigid, like a mannequin that had just been switched off. What? She seemed utterly incapable of processing this. My treat, I said, casually pocketing my phone. To compensate you for the oxygen and time you wasted in my presence. Lily, I leaned in slightly, my voice low, but each word as sharp and cold as an icicle. Final warning. Don't ever show your face to me again. The air you breathe, I pause, a truly nasty smile spreading across my lips, is disgusting. It's polluting. Got it. Without giving her another second to perform, I walked straight around the petrified statue of a white lotus and got into my car. The door closed, shutting out the world. As the engine started, I saw her in the rearview mirror, standing frozen on the sidewalk. Her carefully constructed fragility had shattered, leaving only a blank, humiliated pallor. She looked like a cheap, faded doll abandoned on the side of the road. The pop-ups in my vision exploded like a fireworks finale. Frowny face, LMAO. $100 for emotional damages. Ethan, you are a monster. Polluting the air, ha ha. Is his mouth made of acid? The White Lotus just got vaporized. Her entire system has crashed. A precision strike, a financial, Venmo, and psychological insult, double tap. Ethan is my hero. So satisfying. I feel cleansed. That's how you deal with people like her. At Shoe Eater Dude, was this tragic enough for you, from Lily's perspective? Come on out and say something. The days that followed were blissfully quiet. No weepy ex-wife, no buzzing flies, looking at you, Lily, no soul-crushing drama. My world was finally peaceful. I threw myself into making money. Meetings, financial reports, project oversight. My efficiency was terrifying. The numbers in my bank account were growing like they were on steroids. It was glorious. Occasionally, a few annoying red pop-ups would drift across the corner of my vision, frowny face, breaking news. Chloe isn't doing well at the Nevada facility. Yeah, that idiot Ryan was bad-mouthing Ethan again, and she actually told him off. Shut up, you're annoying. LOL. Chloe's been spacing out constantly, messed up her experiment data multiple times. Her project lead is furious. Something's not right. This is very not right. In the original story, she was supposed to be hyper-focused on her research by now. I didn't even bother to look up. Not my problem. Chloe could do whatever she wanted. She was getting in the way of me watching my stock charts. The pop-ups kept scrolling, frowny face, OMG. Huge gossip. Latest dispatch from the front lines. Chloe went to the facility's clinic today. The test results, HCG positive. She's pregnant. This was in the original novel. The timeline matches up. Iconic scene alert. She's going to get an abortion. The scene where Ethan finds out and is destroyed with grief is coming. At Shoe Eater, get back here. Your shoe is calling your name. I stared at the fluctuating numbers on my computer screen, my heart rate perfectly steady. Oh, she's pregnant. Thinking back, the night before the divorce. The original idiot in this body did keep her up pretty late. TSK. A hassle. But, according to the script, Chloe should be coldly booking an appointment at the clinic, getting it over with cleanly and efficiently. Then she'd use this proof to stab the original hero in the heart one more time, making his life a living hell. I know the drill. Good. Solves the problem for good. I took a sip of my coffee. Didn't even break my rhythm. But the pop-ups suddenly changed their tune, frowny face. Wait, she didn't book an appointment? She's been sitting on a bench in the hallway with the lab report for the entire afternoon. That moron Ryan is pacing like a caged animal, trying to convince her to get rid of that bastard's mistake, but she shut him down with a single death glare. Her boss talked to her, said the project was at a critical stage. And she hesitated. She said, she needs to think about it. Think about it. In the book, she signed the consent form without even blinking. Holy crap, the script is broken again. Chloe, you're not following the rules. Hey, Dad, this is your fault. I saw the words, think about it, flashing in the pop-ups. I raised an eyebrow. Chloe was still stirring up trouble. Is the system's plot correction this aggressive? It won't even let me off the hook for this. It want me to deal with the whole secret baby trope. Annoying. One afternoon, the scarlet pop-ups in the corner of my vision suddenly exploded, so dense they almost blocked my sight. Frowny face, OMG, OMG, OMG. Breaking news, the Nevada Facility Clinic. Something happened, TOCHLOE. What happened? She was fine this afternoon. The baby is gone. The light is on. Nurses are rushing in and out, and they look pale. That idiot Ryan is outside, squatting with his head in his hands like a kick dog. Did he do it? Probably. He was the one who brought her a bowl of soup this afternoon. I'm reporting him. That monster. I didn't even flinch, just took a sip of my coffee. The pop-ups continued their frantic scroll. Frowny face, the lights off. They're wheeling her out. Her face is white as a sheet. She's awake. She's awake. Her eyes are terrifying, just staring straight at the ceiling. Ryan is rushing over. He's asking her, Chloe, are you okay? All fake and concerned. OMG. Here it is, the big scene. Chloe is speaking. Her voice is hoarse, like sandpaper. She just asked Ryan one thing. Why? That moron Ryan is trying to deny it. The pop-ups paused for a beat. A few seconds later, the red text exploded with unprecedented shock. Frowny face, it's happening. A nuclear meltdown live on site. Ryan has lost his mind. He's completely unhinged. Chloe just asked him why, and he shot up like a firecracker. His eyes are bulging like a goldfish. He's spraying spittle everywhere. He's screaming. He's screaming at Chloe, who's lying weak and pale in a hospital bed after a miscarriage. Why? You're asking me why? Chloe, let me ask you something. Why the hell, even now, are you still thinking about that bastard Ethan Shaw? You're divorced, the baby is gone. So why were you still keeping that stupid sonogram picture? Hiding it like it was some kind of treasure? The pop-ups froze for a second, as if stunned by the furious outburst, before gushing even more frantically. Frowny face. Holy yes, he just confessed. A sonogram picture? Chloe kept it. Is that the point? The point is Ryan knew she was hiding a sonogram of Ethan's baby. He was spying on her? That's terrifying. Ryan's performance was clearly not over. The red text continued to scroll at high speed. Frowny face Ryan is still screaming, completely hysterical. 10 years. I followed you around like a damn dog for 10 years. I did everything for you. And for what? Did you ever even see me? Huh? Your head is full of that bastard who hurt you the most. The one who threw you away like trash, Ethan Shaw. Why? What's so great about him? He's nothing but a greedy, heartless, piece of crap businessman. What does he have that I don't? The scarlet text was immediately flooded with comments. Frowny face, you poison someone and cause a miscarriage. You don't have a single thing he does. Disgusting. 10 years of devotion. More like 10 years of being a creepy stalker. The original hero was an idiot, but you, my friend, are a monster. Ryan's one-man show reached its climax. Frowny face, he's screaming so hard the veins in his neck are popping. That's right, I brought the soup. I put the drugs in it. I wanted to get rid of that mistake. Why? Why does he get to get you pregnant? Why does he get to be the one you can't forget? If I can't have you, he doesn't get to have a reminder of you either. And Lily White, you think she's some angel. All those years she was pretending to be your friend while stabbing you in the back, making you misunderstand Ethan, making you miserable. That was me. I was feeding her the ideas, giving her the damn knife. How else do you think all those perfect misunderstandings and frame-ups happened? The pop-ups went completely feral, frowny face. Holy crap. He confessed to everything. He even threw that venomous snake Lily under the bus. The ultimate plot twist. So the hero and Chloe were miserable for years because these two psychos were pulling the strings. The original hero was a certified moron. He was played for a complete fool. What about Chloe? What's her reaction? Cut to Chloe. The red text immediately switched perspectives. Frowny face Chloe. Chloe isn't saying a word. She's just lying on that stark, white hospital bed, completely colorless. Her eyes are locked on the ranting Ryan. They're terrifyingly red, but she hasn't shed a single tear. That look, it's as cold as ice and sharp as a poison blade. Ryan finished screaming, met her gaze, and instantly choked like a chicken being strangled. The entire room went dead silent. The silence didn't last long. The pop-ups delivered more news. Frowny face, the facility director, is here. He looks like he's about to kill someone. The security guard at the door heard Ryan's entire psycho rant. Reported it directly to the top. It's over. Ryan is completely screwed. The pop-ups continued their live feed as I watched, fascinated. The director didn't waste words. His voice was low, but each syllable hit like a block of ice. Ryan Pierce, leaking classified information about national security personnel, intentionally poisoning and causing bodily harm to a key researcher, sabotaging the progress of a critical national project. You are hereby under arrest for charges of endangering national security and aggravated assault. He waved his hand. Two burly, stone-faced guards immediately moved in, wrenching Ryan's arms behind his back. Their movements were rough, efficient. Click! The cold handcuffs snapped shut. Ryan finally snapped out of it, true panic setting in. He struggled wildly, his face a mess of tears and snot. "Director, sir, I was wrong. It was a moment of weakness. I love her. I was doing it for her." For the project. Silence, the director barked, giving him a look of pure disgust, as if he were looking at a piece of filth. "Take him away." Ryan was dragged out like a sack of garbage, his cries and pleas echoing down the hall before fading away. The world was quiet again. The director's gaze shifted to Chloe on the hospital bed. His expression was still stern, but now held a complex, evaluative edge. "Dr. Vance." His voice was grave. "Given the egregious nature of this incident and the severe lack of judgment and negligence you have demonstrated in handling your personal affairs, you have created a tangible threat to this project's security protocols. This facility can no longer assume any of the potential risks associated with your presence. After careful consideration, it has been decided to suspend your participation in Project Chimera. Effective immediately, you are to leave the facility. Await further instructions regarding your final disposition." It was absolute. There was no room for appeal. Holy yes, she's been kicked out. Chloe got fired. That's harsh, but I guess it makes sense. She literally let the wolf into the hen house and almost got herself killed. Project Chimera. So it really was a top-secret project. Well, it's all gone. Chloe lost her job, her baby, everything. Ethan. Paging Ethan Shaw. This is your fault. Chloe lay on the bed. The last traces of color drained from her face. Her lips moved, as if she wanted to say something, but in the end, not a single word came out. She just slowly, wearily closed her eyes. Her long lashes trembled violently. A single, murky tear finally squeezed from the corner of her eye, tracing a path down her pale cheek and disappearing into her hair. The scarlet pop-ups tirelessly summarized the grand finale. At the Nevada facility, frowny face Ryan Pierce is looking at some serious prison time. Life sentence, probably. That snake Lily White has also been invited for a chat by the authorities. She'll probably be keeping Ryan company soon. Chloe Vance has packed her bags and been escorted off the premises. No one knows where she is. Word is, she's in a very bad state. At Shoe Eater, my man, your shoe is safe. Ethan won without lifting a finger. His enemies are defeated, and Chloe is at rock bottom. Ethan, get out here and give your victory speech. I signed the last document on my desk while watching the live commentary. The ink bled into a perfect curve on the expensive paper. I closed the folder. My assistant respectfully took it from me. I picked up the glass of ice water on my desk and took a long drink. The cold slid down my throat. A few days later, Chloe found me. Ethan. Her voice was as rough as sandpaper. I didn't turn around. The pop-ups instantly came alive. Frowny face, here we go. The big confrontation. She tracked him down. Turn around, you idiot. I slowly pivoted. Her face was deathly pale. The dark circles under her eyes were enormous, and her stomach was flat. Oh, so she dealt with it. I raised an eyebrow. Can I help you? She stared past me at the door to my apartment. Why did you change the locks? My lock was broken, so I replaced it. Why wouldn't security let me into the building? Company policy. Policy. I used to get in just by showing my face. You used to be the boss's wife. I smiled, polite and distant. And now, you're a stranger. The pop-ups went wild, frowny face brutal. From boss's wife to stranger, LMAO. Chloe's eyes reddened. I called you. Why didn't you answer? I pulled out my phone and swiped a few times. I blocked you. What? Clause 7 of the divorce agreement. I recited it like I was reading from a textbook. Both parties agree not to interfere in each other's lives in any way, shape, or form. Is your memory failing you, Ms. Vance? She suddenly broke down, sobbing. Ethan, do you even have a heart? I was pregnant, and I had a miscarriage. I sighed dramatically. I never would have guessed Ryan was that kind of person. Don't you worry. He'll get what he deserves. Chloe hesitated for a moment, then grabbed my wrist. I regret it. Ethan, I still love. I shook her hand off. Chloe, you've got it all wrong. Love is a little game for people with too much time on their hands. For me, I poked a finger at her chest, then pointed to my own temple. The money is here. The brains are here. Love. Check the third compartment of the trash chute. Maybe you'll find it there. The pop-ups howled with laughter, frowny face. The third trash compartment. Ha. The official ambassador for the anti-romance movement. She suddenly lunged at me like a wild animal. You weren't like this before. You said you'd love me forever. I sidestepped neatly. She slammed into the door. I thought the door-slamming incident would be the grand finale. I was wrong. Ms. Chloe Vance had activated stalker mode. The pop-ups were loving it, frowny face, possessive, ex-girlfriend alert. The villain arc is live. Ethan is in danger. Someone get this man a restraining order. First, my home security camera caught a shadowy figure lurking outside. At 3 a.m, disheveled hair, staring into the lens and whispering, I know you're in there. I called the cops immediately. By the time they arrived, she was gone. The pop-ups? LMAO. Mission failed before it even started. Next, she started engineering chance encounters outside my office building. She'd be holding a cup of cold coffee. Ethan, we need to talk. I walked past without a glance. Security. This woman is a public nuisance. The guards escorted her away. The pop-ups. A public nuisance? Ha. Is his tongue dipped in poison? Then came the flowers. Anonymous. A massive bouquet of white chrysanthemums. The card read, in memory of our dead love. I gave them to the cleaning lady. This is bad luck. Get rid of it. The janitor beamed. Thanks, boss. The pop-ups. White chrysanthemums. Chloe, you are unhinged. Cleaning lady, don't mind if I do. The absolute peak was when she somehow got my private number. She called late at night. The sound of howling wind in the background. Her voice was faint and ghostly. Ethan, I'm on a rooftop. If I jumped, would you regret it for the rest of your life? I was tracking the NASDAQ and didn't even look up. Give me the address. She paused. What? The address? I repeated calmly. I need to call the funeral home, get you a casket with good feng shui. I can get you a 20% discount. Dead silence on the other end. 3 seconds later. Ethan, you bastard. Click. She hung up. The pop-ups went completely berserk, frowny face, the rooftop. She's playing for keeps. Ethan, casket's 20% off? LMAO. Chloe's spirit has been broken. At the shoe eater, get in here. This is a legendary scene. I was done. Truly done. I had my lawyer send her a cease and desist letter. It included evidence of all her harassment. One more incident, and we'd see her in court. The world was quiet for 3 days. On the afternoon of the 4th day, she somehow bypassed multiple layers of security and appeared directly in my penthouse office. Her face was as white as a ghost. Her eyes were fixed on me. In her hand, she clutched the legal letter. It was crumpled into a pathetic ball. The pop-ups instantly filled the screen, frowny face, holy yes. She breached the fortress. The final boss battle. Ethan, use your ultimate attack. Ethan. Her voice was terribly hoarse. Do you hate me this much? I put down my pen and leaned back in my chair. Hate? I laughed. Chloe, you give yourself way too much credit. Hate requires an emotional investment. For you, there are no emotions. It's a waste of my time. Understand? She recoiled as if I'd struck her, taking a sharp step forward. Then why are you treating me like this? Just what? I cut her off, my eyes turning cold. Just can't let go of your pathetic idea of love? Or can't let go of your fantasy of being the deeply wronged, tragic heroine? From the very beginning, you've been a silent protagonist. I laid the truth bare, mercilessly. If you felt wronged, you kept it in. If there was a misunderstanding, you said nothing. You thought one thing and said another. What was this, a guessing game? Are we in kindergarten? Did you think the entire world was supposed to revolve around you, to decipher the labyrinth of your unspoken feelings? Doesn't that get exhausting? My verbal assault left her stunned, her lips trembling. Just what? I advanced on her, my presence overwhelming. Just thought the best way to punish someone was to leave them, to make them regret everything, to make them suffer. Chloe, have you been reading too many romance novels? In the real world, nobody loves anyone forever. The planet doesn't stop spinning just because someone leaves. You left me, and my life got better. I left you. You had your research. Everything was fine. But you had to create all this drama. Look at the mess you've made of yourself. Who is this performance for? Are you trying to impress yourself? I pointed at the crumpled paper in her hand. Look at you now. What are you? A scientist working on a classified national project? Or a drama queen who can't live without man? You pick. She stumbled backward as if all her strength had been drained, hitting the cold glass wall of the office. The ball of paper fell from her hand. She stared at me, her expression shifting from madness to defiance to anger, until it slowly dissolved into a hollow, empty void. Finally, all that remained was a profound exhaustion and a sliver of shame, as if she was only just now realizing the truth. She opened her mouth, her voice barely a whisper. I really got it wrong. She slowly sank to the floor, wrapping her arms around her knees. Her shoulders trembled slightly. She wasn't crying. It was the shudder of a massive, delayed realization, the impact and powerlessness of finally understanding the absurdity of her own actions. For once, the pop-ups were quiet for a few seconds. Ethan was harsh, but maybe he got through to her. Every word was a dagger, but every word was true. Chloe's brain has officially been fried. So, is this the end? I pressed the intercom. Ashley, please escort Ms. Vance downstairs. Also contact Dr. Miller. Get a recommendation for a good therapist for Ms. Vance. Send the bill to me. This is the last time. I sat back down in my large executive chair and picked up the acquisition proposal I needed to sign. Sunlight streamed through the floor-to-ceiling windows, illuminating the document. Black and white, clear and simple. My assistant gently helped Chloe to her feet. She didn't look at me again. Her head was bowed. She looked like a child who had been lost for a long time, and who, having finally been scolded into her senses, had no idea where to go next. Slowly, she followed my assistant out. The door closed softly. My world was finally completely quiet. The last few pop-ups drifted by. He's paying for the therapist? TSK, the final act of mercy from a capitalist. All right, show's over. Back to making money. Series finale. I opened the folder. The tip of my pen glided across the paper. A soft, scratching sound. Making money. That's the only thing that's real. Love. Does that pay the bills? Heck. Written in the stars. Forget it. I'll make money. You get help. Seems fair. The end.